Welcome back, everyone. Dirch here, and I have a new legendary for me, at least. This is the first legendary I've seen drop in the game, and it is pretty cool. This is the Noisy Cricket, and it is a single-shot order pistol that shoots out a large pulsing AoE in kind of a longbow fashion. I love that floating cube on it. I love like the glistening skin, the little detail on the handle. This thing is really, really pretty, and so far it's been really effective, but with some caveats. So let's kind of look at it a little bit. I'm just going to shoot some stuff, and I'll cut to some combat, and then come back and wrap it up. But this, I have to give a little bit of potential seizure warning with this gun because it pulses into giant. You can see. That's just a single shot. Hopefully it's not too bad. But into this big like pulsing AoE, and if you shoot it a lot, especially during combat, I don't know what exactly triggers seizures. I'm not an expert, but this thing could be troublesome for some people that are sensitive to certain things. So if that's you guys, you might want to just be aware or tune out or whatnot. So that being said, as I shoot this thing, see it's going to blow up barrels around. Kind of leaves a mark where it shoots, and it is a big AoE. So there's one from the barrel, and then one that goes out, and it kind of looks like it shoots in a longbow fashion, which I struggled at first with some accuracy with this thing. But I was also playing off-host, and I did have some connection issues, where just a lot of my guns weren't hitting, so it could have been that. When I did this a little bit solo, you guys will see is a little more accurate, but it kind of shoots a little differently, and the bullet travels differently, and it just takes a little bit of adjustment. It does do self-damage, which I discovered during the combat, and I already recorded that, so you'll see be surprised by that, because that's the first time I saw that. But yeah, it's great for AoE when a lot of enemies are around. It's a little tricky on flying enemies, although I'm getting a little bit more used to it. And with character synergies, so any character that has splash damage, hopefully that big AoE is splash, and that would help it. It is kinetic. So with it being kinetic, Vex obviously has kinetic synergies, so that can be very good with Vex, especially with a big AoE. That's just a lot of lifesteal, so that could be great. Any characters I can add. Sorry, I'm saying, oh no, I'm not used to it. Getting back into this, guys. But this skill, Unstable Isotope, kill skill, you get bonus cryo damage with all sources. You add cryo to that AoE, and you're just freezing everything in the area. The effect does not, and you'll see it during combat, it does not reflect with like chain reaction like skills. So Harlow has this skill. Yeah, so when Harlow shoots an enemy with guns, bullet ricochet off the enemy onto all enemies in stasis. From what I can tell, when I've put someone in stasis and shot someone else, a bullet reflects off the impact. But you don't get that same like AoE pulse again, which is kind of a little bit sad. Because like in Maya's hands or Zero with Boar, this would have been crazy. But it looks like the ricochet in this is just a ricochet. So with Amon and Harlow, or Amon and Rafa, I haven't studied all the skill trees yet, so it's hard to say the synergies with them. But yeah, if anyone can add impact splash damage, if they can add elements to it, if they have a way to group up enemies and hold them in place, any way to converge, it'll be great with singularity grenades. Any of that stuff seems like there'll be some synergy with this, but we'll find out more as the game goes and we understand mechanics of the game and mechanics of the guns better. You know, I don't know if that is actually splash damage technically, because sometimes red tex guns are weird. It might just be bullet damage. We'll find out as we get for testing. So without further ado, let's move on to some gunplay. The AoE size, I mean, I and a lot of us love giant splash damage, so that's very cool. But it also is a little challenging to hit. It's easy to miss enemies because I think the bullet travels at a weird speed and enemies move quite faster in this game. So it also has kind of a knockback for you. So you can see this guy here. It's particularly bad from this angle. So I'm just going to go down there and fight some guys with it. And then see if I can get a special slam. So there, I could miss a shot and still do damage to the guy, which is forgiving. And it is quite powerful. But like flying enemies like him can be a challenge. And the effect doesn't transfer on reflection. See that guy? I can get this guy. Sometimes it's almost better to aim at the feet. So you can see there I missed the guy and I didn't do anything. But there, if I just shot at his feet, it did it. Nice thing is, it's gonna hit barrels. When you do crit, the crit is powerful. So the gun, remember to use the med kit. Gun can be quite effective, but we're only at level like 13. And the gun here is level 12, so it's on level. That didn't kill him, but it knocked him down. If that is actually splash damage, and we don't know the mechanics of this gun yet, or at least I don't. Maybe like Moxie or someone put a lot of hours in and found it, but we probably aren't going to really understand these things that well so far. But yeah, the gun seems really, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it. Like, it's kind of a pain, but it's kind of awesome. It's one of those weird guns. If you have a splash damage build and that big AoE is impacted by splash damage, which it should be, but it, you know, sometimes guns are weird and you don't always know. Then there could be some potential crazy builds. But it also could drive people nuts, like right there, you know, just barrel troll, and I let that guy. Oh, that is hilarious. But when there's a bunch of enemies in an area, this gun is crazy. You know, we don't know how scaling is going to work. Oh, sweet, I got a level. We don't know how scaling is going to work in this game yet. So that is obviously a concern. But hopefully this gun scales up well, and if this is a taste of like what the red text like in Borderlands, or I'm quite excited. There it is. But yeah, I just found myself, I think I'm doing it better with it now. Maybe it's because when I found this, I wasn't host. I was playing co-op with Katie, and she was on host, so that was just a straight up miss. It looks like it can do self-damage too. I didn't even try that, so let me just shoot the ground. Yep, self-damaging, so you got to be careful up close with it. Alright, so you guys saw some of that gunplay. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this gun. Have you found it? Have you used it with other characters? What are some of the other guns that you guys have found that you like really far? Like so far. Not very far. Push, man. And I'm gonna kind of keep doing some of these as I find unique, fun gear that I think is worth just taking a peek at. And like I said, once I get to end game, I would like to do some good, the bad, and the ugly stuff. I might not do it the same as I did that because I don't know if we're gonna have ways to, you know, I need to give to be able to do that. But I'll try to do, you know, mechanic testing of these guns and see the best way I can execute a series like that. Because as we saw with Borderlands 3, they are going to be doing patches, and if guns are cool and interesting but underperforming, maybe I can help influence the best way to patch them so that they are effective. Yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoy. See you later.